Why fun art is needed? Look for the difference between these two prompts. Take a look, you will find easily. The only difference is that I added a pig's picture on the other prompt. Little change made big differences. I just found the procedure of some changes. They have 7 steps. Students first, once they got those prompts, they laughed. They probably thought I made a mistake because I passed out this just for my writing class, not for they doing some drawing picture. But they started asking me why I did this. So I back to them the question. They started to discuss with each other. And I talked to them. You can do some research. And they did. And they tried to find some relevant background. After that, they come to me and get my validation. So their problem gets solved. Finally, I got their exit tickets to do assessment. This is a really good class. So Conant declares that subtle and small details of art make significant differences. Instead of teacher posted questions, students posted questions and tried to solve the problems. So they can find their questions, they can try to actively solve the problems by themselves. This is my real class experience. So from my experience, students are active learners. They are strong, curious about how to solve their own problems. Students are more engaged. They are inspired to be creative and open-minded to their questions. Arts programs are based on Howard Gardner's 8 intelligence, including integrated daily arts instruction. And Woodrow Wilson Elementary School emphasized the arts through network. At Wonsey, test scores and attendance are up. They have many schools get involved, including public, private, and charter school. So they're ranging from grades kindergarten to 12 grades. It emphasizes arts, required a whole school commitment, including art teacher and classroom teacher. So they found state test results show that A+ schools score above average for their districts in reading and math. They have many benefits from art class. Conant points out the following benefits of art: increasing positive mode of classroom, developing students' critical thinking, fostering students' creativity, being fully human. And others continue positive influence on science and math learning and changing students' mind permanently, increasing memory and attention, help students engaged at classroom. Ken Robinson is a very famous professor of art education, and he led a report on our futures. He received a knighthood from Queen Elizabeth in 2003 for his service to the arts. This is the video I really enjoy. So we can hear his really famous.
Because whoever thought of that from an economic point of view, this is good math, isn't it? It's 80% of kids. If we halved that number, one estimate is it would create a net gain to the US economy over 10 years of nearly $1 trillion. From an economic point of view, this is good math, isn't it? That we should do this. It actually costs an enormous amount to mop up the damage from the dropback crisis. But the dropout crisis is just the tip of an iceberg. What it doesn't count are all the kids who are in school but being disengaged from it, who don't enjoy it, who don't get any real benefit from it. And the reason is not labour and most students have to endure. The first is this, that human beings are naturally different and diverse. Can I ask you, how many of you have got children of your own? Okay. Or grandchildren? How about 2 children or more? Right. And the rest of you have seen such children? Small people wandering about. I will make you a bet, and I'm confident I will win the bet. If you've got 2 children or more, I bet you they are completely different from each other, aren't they?
This is the most important part for me. I really want to share with you about this part. As to the professor, and he said every student is different. That is really right. But fine arts gives every student an equal chance to receive creative, open-minded, and critical thinking education. This is such a significant point for every student, especially for students with some special needs or some learning disabilities. So I think integrating arts is a good thing for them and for other subjects too. My conclusion is fine arts takes the same weight as any other subjects do. Fine arts are important and needed. We can't do anything without art. This is our life. This is my reference. Thanks.